then again, I said yes, and it was an immediate yes. And there is more guiding me than my own ego personality, as something more is guiding all of you, and it is waiting for you to become an open channel to receive the support that it offers, and it is called the consciousness and energy of the universe. Thank you. So this is not a religious belief system, or I'm really not here to talk you into anything in particular. I will affect you positively or negatively, and I will be happy affecting you either way, because no effect is worse than either of those. So what I speak about today, some of you will understand deeply, some of you will understand shallowly, and some of you will not be ready to understand, and I am not going to edit or dumb myself down from what I do here on planet Earth. Not going to give you a lot of backstory, because every one of you has a story that drives your decisions and choices, including to become a coach. And what is driving your choices to attract people, places, things, is your energy system. So now I'm going to tell you that we are an energy system. Does everybody understand that you are an energy system? Groovy. So if we are an energy system, and the chair is an energy system, and the floor and the stage and the balloons are an energy system, what is the difference between the chair and you? What makes you different than a chair?
I have a lot more energy than this chair.
We are an extremely advanced energy system with a brain that has received information from when we came and before we came, but I do not deal with before we came. I am a present life girl, and I deal with the stories that we have been taught that drive our choices. So, where do most of our choices come from? And it's a fact that is not known, because it is the subconscious, it is the unconscious. And you could tell me, no, Julie, I don't feel that way. No, I'm not thinking that way. But I do have the gift of feeling everybody's true energy when I sit with them one-on-one. That's why this is more difficult for me, but I am penetrating. I can feel it a little bit. So one-on-one, I can feel where you are not dealing with your own reality of the way your story is affecting your life. So now this has a lot to do with what everybody's here for, and that is to be motivated to be a better coach and to transform your physicality into a better, more comfortable look. But really now, are you really satisfied that you lost 50 pounds? Are you really happy with yourself? Are you trying to attract people to make yourself feel like you're important and special? Or do you really have self-love to attract all of what you need and all of what you came here to receive as a human energy system with a brain and a heart and moving parts? This is the question. This is the inquiry. This is what each human being, when they are ready, and I am not here to make you ready, I am here to impart information that I receive openly, willingly, lovingly, that all of you are also capable of receiving, giving you a totally different, better, consistent experience in your body while you're here. Let's get some water. Thank you. There are a few students in here that have worked with me and they're doing great, and there's only one student that will be working with me very soon. You'll be hearing this, but I swear it'll be different in the room with just me. So there are a few simple things that I can share with you today that you can actually go home with, because I am a leader. I was born a leader. I have been leading since I got here. I never saw a better leader than me. I saw people talking and seemingly doing things, but not really feeling differently. So the difference between my leading and other leading is that I don't just talk. Obviously, I never come out. I feel different. I work on my shit every day so that my energy system is an open channel for the universal energy to share with others. I am no better, no different. It is my choice and my honor to be this person, to change a person and make a difference in this world. Now, the change is not external. The change is not easy. The change is a digging excavation that is painful and only for people who want to really lead. What is really leading? What is a real leader? A real leader wants other leaders. A real leader lives the words they speak. They don't speak words of being healthy and then excessively drink, do drugs, or engage in pornography and lower their frequency. It's not a problem if you want to engage in negative ingestion of the darker sides of this life, but you are only going to get so far. So, I would love to attract and do those who want to go really far. What does that mean? It doesn't mean anything but your energy system is more important than your children, your husband, your job, your money, your need for fame or fortune. Your energy system running in its most positive functioning form is the most important thing to you. And it does not have to be the most important thing to you. It is only your choice. When you decide that you are stuck enough and that you see that you are never really satisfied with anything, no matter how much you accomplish, how much money you make, how many people you attract, when you realize that that does not make you happy and you consistently are stuck, there is more. And it might affect one person in this room. That is a beautiful thing, because I have chosen to affect one person deeply at a time than many persons at a superficial level. And those people are powerhouses sharing their energy in the world and changing the world, which is a bigger picture, of course. So if you could just change your little world, which is your own little family and your own little job and your own little world, if you could just do that, that is going to make you have the best experience in your body. So first of all, the first tool that I teach, and there's not going to be too much writing unless you want to write, because I won't be able to get really deep into anything, because only when I sit with you and really look at you and listen and see and hear your voice and look into your eyes do I see what you're lying about in your life. I'm not looking for that here today. That would turn me into a puddle of pee. So I am going to keep it as superficial as I could ever be and tell you right now that the first tool that we are born with, and can you uncross your arms? Thank you. I want you to receive, even if that's a reaction. Thank you. Any arms crossed? Uncross them. There is one tool we are born with, and it is the first tool the moment we come to earth. It is the only thing that shows us that we are alive in the body, and it is the breath. So I would love for everyone to close their eyes and open their arms to their side and take a deep breath, inhaling in through the nose. Opening your mouth, pursing your lips slightly and pushing out through the mouth. Inhaling through the nose. Pursing your lips, opening your mouth, pushing out slowly through the mouth. Where is my energy? I am going to be speaking while your eyes are closed. You are to be breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Grounding, grounding, grounding to the earth where we reside all together. Here we are all together, human energy systems, spiritual beings having a human experience. The conscious breath is the first tool we are born with that shows us that we are alive and now on the earth plane to experience a lifetime of living experiences. The body is constantly giving us information that there is a glitch in our system and we are not paying attention to the body. The body remembers the pain and the experiences from the beginning of our lives and is the first indicator that we are off. So now when you get on that phone and you're talking and you're not feeling a damn thing, you will bring this breath to your awareness and you will ask yourself, how do I feel right now? Where am I coming from? The conscious breath serves this purpose, for you all to remember while your eyes are closed, you're grounded to the chair which is attached to the earth, and we are in the human body. There is a glitch in your energy system. You have become aware through your body. You begin the conscious breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And the reason is you are receiving all of the love and support that is constantly available to you when you are grounded and open. You are allowing that love and positive energy to wash through your body. You are not alone. As that positive energy washes through your body, you know you are alive. And you now have choices coming from a grounded and stable, aware place. We are asking you to open your heart and your mind to all of the information that you will receive today here in this room. All of us the same, breathing the same breath, the same air in the same room at the same time. Understanding that you are a soul on a healing journey and you were born to heal. When you are healing, it is a commitment like any other, and the amount of love and commitment you put into it, the universe not only matches it, but tenfold gives you more. Now you would have to try that in order to know. We are grateful to be here together today to receive information, no matter how large or small. We are grateful to feel the love that is always available to us. And as we receive and gain strength, we are able to become positive sources of energy, healing, sharing ourselves with this world and others. Nothing better, nothing greater, and so it is. Amen. You can all open your eyes when you are ready. Thank you. Okay, so this wasn't for me to just be by myself and do this. I'm going to be talking to each one of you, making you speak. It's going to be much better for me to do that. Are you ever going to be always happy? No. Are you ever going to be always miserable?
No.
We are never going to be happy for long or miserable for long. Now this may seem so simple, but the minute we're not happy, we hate it. And the only reason we continue to be unhappy is because when we're unhappy, we hate it. So what do you understand about what I just said?
We're always changing. We're not always going to be happy. We're not always going to be miserable. But gotta push forward.
So what is the best position to be in, knowing that you will never always be happy or always miserable? What is the best place to be in?
Love myself and be satisfied with what I have right now.
Love yourself and be satisfied with what you have right now. Totally true. And that can bring up my next topic. Love yourself, be grateful, be positive, la 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 la. You can hear all the words in the world, you can read all the books you want, and you can know so much. Thank you. But knowing does not make you feel differently. Knowledge is absolutely nothing without the application and the sensibility to know where to apply the knowledge when you actually comprehend it, which is questionable. Your energy system has stories attached to it, and simply a few might be 2 alcoholic parents, 1 alcoholic parent, molested when you're a child, your mother died when you were born, your father was absent, your brother tried to kill you. There's so many stories, and all of us have different levels of that story that has affected us and is operating in this room right now. Now, your desire to find what's actually keeping you stuck, you would first have to believe that you're stuck. Our egos are so strong. We are manifestors of physical, material things, relationships that of course are questionable, attracting people that work for us from our shadow side, which could be needy codependency for all I know, or is it really the desire to give selflessly to others because you actually really learned to love yourself. Learned to love yourself. Learned to love yourself. So we don't love ourselves until we learn. And that is a hard truth. A hard truth because we are born to people that never learned to love themselves, and they taught us to not love ourselves. And of course, we do not blame anybody for our state of being when we're an adult. We can't blame anything on us being unhappy because the world is what it is, and if I look at it superficially, I could just want to leave. But if I look at it deeply and my fellow human beings as souls on a journey, I love my fellow human beings. I can love the child molester that was molested as a boy. I can love the killer who was full of anger from his family's abuse. Every one of us has a power waiting to emerge. And learning to love yourself is the first step. How do you learn to love yourself? Do you know? Great. Does anybody know? I won't go to my students, they know. Learning to love yourself. Now I can just give you some more things to take home with you if you want to remember them. Learning to love yourself is as simple but not easy as learning to see when you are abusing yourself. Now, of course, that's not an easy thing to see because we're on autopilot and we are constantly processing and talking to people and not feeling a damn thing, but having an ego drive to accomplish something that is going to give us temporary satisfaction. So, how do you think that you might abuse yourself?
Negativity, focusing on the negative instead of the positive, and not loving myself because of the bad things I do.
Beautiful. The bad things you do, you're such a bad girl. These bad things that everybody does and feels is part of being human, and learning to see that you are abusing yourself through relationships that do not meet your needs, that you attracted from your unhealthy, darker side to show you how little you feel about yourself, is very common. Is that really the way you want to live? Looking for your partner that has never supported you emotionally to somehow miraculously do that because you attracted them, because you are not able to support yourself on your own? Does anybody not understand what I just said? I'm going to ask you now again because you didn't know. Do you know what I just said? Okay. I'm going to ask you to anything that I just said.
Yes, really just loving myself is forgiving myself. And if I don't want to attract somebody who's going to be abusive to me, the first person I have to love is me. I can expect someone to love me.
Correct. And that would mean that you have to see when you are abusive to yourself. Okay? Let's just take a simple thing that everybody might understand. You're canvassing for clients, and this is a superficial part of it, but it definitely has something to do with everything. So you have an intention to make money, become a better person, look better, attract people in some way. You're not exactly clicking with somebody that you're trying to attract. Does that make you try harder? Okay. We waste so much time accepting the unacceptable that we do not see that we are abusing ourselves. So now you can get on the phone and allow everybody to be who they are, know that you attracted them, ask what they're showing you about yourself, because the law of attraction says that we are an energy system that attracts like energy. So, if you want to attract leaders, well, you would have to truly be a leader that is looking to create more leaders so that you can grow as well. And if you attract people that need to take your veins out of your body, then you are that person as well, looking for validation through others. Unfortunately, there cannot be living in two different worlds. There must be the integration of the dark world inside of us and the untainted, pure energy. And that takes knowing how you feel 24 hours a day, under all circumstances, with everybody, not just listening to people, but listening to yourself first. Wow, it's hard work. You think that transforming your body is hard? Transforming the inside of you is your responsibility. And what comes from the transformation and the release of what you are stuffing and hiding about yourself? What comes from that? What comes from knowing yourself, loving yourself, not repressing who you really are, not hiding who you really are, not judging who you really are, but being free and authentic? What comes from that in your life?
Happiness.
Everything good. And that doesn't mean you're going to be happy all the fucking time. It doesn't mean you're going to be miserable all the fucking time. It means that you are going to be dancing like a dancer through life, and life is going to be what it is, filled with joy, pain, death and life, sickness and despair. But what will you choose to be? What will you choose to be in that arena of this world?
Well, I choose to be in this world. I'm working on just being someone who can push through that chaos.
And we will share that you can be in the chaos, but not be a part of the chaos any longer. Okay? So you will say, I'm going to remove myself from the chaos energetically. And being that you're alive in the body, which is a superficial physical thing that's going to be dropping dead someday, this thing's going to just go. The essence of you will always be going on, your energy, and how much work you have done to shine your true light without judgment of yourself and others. That will be what is changing this world. That is what we are doing now. We are doing it very slowly, and it is a very small group of people who will choose to work on their dark side in this incarnation. But those that do and choose have a powerful purpose and will make great changes in this world and in their own little world, of course. So knowing that you will not be happy and you will not be sad or mad all the time, and you're going to be in the middle watching it and not be a part of the problem, what is the most important thing to you for you to be okay with your life?
Just acceptance and realization and continuously growing and moving forward.
Very good. She wonders who's gonna be next. Yeah, don't come to me. What is going to make you happy with your life?
Being okay with me?
Being okay with me. Being okay with me means you are okay with everybody. Why? Because who are you? Are you any different than anybody? You're not okay with you, and you show it by your judgment of others and yourself, and you become abusive to yourself. Here's another place for you to look at. Knowing that life is what it is filled with everything that we like and don't like. Whatever we don't like is only a problem if we don't like it. What the hell does that mean? Not liking something is only a problem when we don't like it. What does that mean?
It means accepting certain things and then you can be at peace because you can't change certain people or circumstances.
Beautiful. So, knowing how hard it is to change yourself from the inside out, which most of you in this room actually don't know how hard that is. You just might be struggling with it, but the ones that really go through it know how hard it is. What do you want your life to look like? You have to decide. You have to decide what you want your life to look like before anything. So if you want the status and the fame or the money or the children or the husband or the whatever, the cars, the physical part of life, then you can achieve those things. But that's not going to change the nature of life. The way to enjoy your experience in the body is to accept yourself fully. And that means when you feel like shit, you are not accepting yourself fully. Sorry for the language, I know there's young people here, but my father cursed a lot. Okay. And I curse a lot too. But I'm really good today. I don't call anybody assholes, of course, but it's only talk. Okay. So now I'm going to give you all a goal for the rest of your life. And you could do whatever you want, of course, but I'm going to give you the most important goal for anybody to ever accomplish. That you may come to the realization that what you are truly seeking is peace of mind with who you are under all circumstances. Tough one. Never external gratification or satisfaction. She's coming. She's coming your way. What the hell did I just say?
No, I'm just trying to take it all in.
It's a lot. You wrote it down. Oh boy, now you got your partner joining.
Just accept who you are and never, don't forget my word.
Okay. You need to feel just like me.
Never let the outside affect who you are. Just be who you are and don't care what anyone else thinks, basically.
All that and more. The goal of life is to be at peace with who you are under all circumstances, never external gratification or satisfaction. That means that you will never, ever have a lasting sense of satisfaction from the external world because you are spiritual beings having a human experience. You are only going to be satisfied by being satisfied with yourself. And the only way you're going to find out how satisfied you are with yourself is by how shitty you feel, how much. And we don't judge ourselves because I'm no different than you. I'm not less fearful than you. Totally not. I come from Fear City. That's my background, my story. Everything's bad's gonna happen all the time. It's going too good. Yeah. The difference between me and you is that I want to be a highly operating energy system that is making the most efficiency of my time here on earth, and anybody can choose that. Are there any questions at this time? I know it's a lot of information and I'm being as simple as I could be, which is not too simple. No questions. I know, there's so many questions. But you don't have to know the answers. All you have to do is be open to the support and surrender to the love that is always available to you. You'll figure that out when you want to, and you will change it when you're ready. Okay? So another little step in this process is that we must uncover the ways in which we have unconsciously defined ourselves and realize how profoundly these self-images have affected the quality of our lives. good are you at multitasking?
Very good. That's part of today's life. You don't multitask, you just are living.
Now, can you answer my question?
What question is that?
Well, if you're good at multitasking, how come you didn't know what I said? Only
Now you're gonna put me on the spot.
it's over now. It's over now, just so you know. Yeah, the spot's over. Only you will suffer with yourself now. Okay. This is what the reason is for our healing, so that we don't fool ourselves. Can we heal by ourselves? Can we heal by ourselves?
Of course we can.
How?
Being in touch with our own emotions, using them as our guidance system. Wanting to change, asking the right questions.
Just so you know, when you have another perspective today, we do not change by ourselves. Now, why wouldn't you think we could really change by ourselves? Now that I've said it, what is the reason? I'm going to ask you now, because I know that you can come up with the answer.
Because I'm an example of putting in my own change. So I've changed by myself.
How can you change? It's okay, not a problem. I have no judgment. Why can't we change by ourselves?
I don't know.
Does anybody know? I'll ask Patrick. He's a role model. Okay. I'm here.
Why can't we change by ourselves?
What would be the reason? You can think of the reason, even if you never thought of it before. You can find out that we can't change by ourselves. Why not?
Because we're all the same energy.
Anybody?
You don't want to break belief system?
So, go ahead. We only change through our relationship with others because we need to see ourselves in others and through others. Who doesn't understand that?
I'm bad.
A story. Negative reinforcement right there. I'm bad. I'm bad. Cut the shit. Do you remember what I just said? About how we change through others?
We have to see how others react to us to recognize that either we need to change or not change, and we change based on that reaction. So as especially in Beachbody, when we go out and we talk to others and we want them to join our team, if they don't join our team and they say no, then we freeze because we think that there's maybe something internally wrong with us. But as we get better with ourselves, we build bigger teams, and then we see the change of others, which brings change upon ourselves as well. Is that what you're saying?
That all happens for sure. What you said in the beginning was all that needs to be said. We cannot change by ourselves. I can only teach so many people this work one-on-one. I am a very, very self-caring individual. It takes a lot of energy for me to help somebody change themselves. This is a serious change, it's a big change. You will have a huge change if you ever worked with me, and people will wait to work with me at some point so I can be in the perfect shape to work with people. My students help me to grow because they are growth oriented and they want to go further than most, which is a choice that anyone can make. I see myself in them, they see themselves in me, they see their highest self in me, an energy system that is chosen to operate consistently at a higher level, connected to the universe, constantly receiving and emitting love. You're all that, every one of you. And I would love nothing more than to see that in this world. You have an unconscious definition, and that is what you don't know. You have a feeling, and you don't know it, and I can see it and show it to you so that you can change it consistently, because you're going to see it happening more than you ever knew existed. Marissa, you had something to add to that about not healing by yourself?
I was saying you need support too. You need support from God and the universe and the support system that's going to help you to make that change. Because if you're trying to do it on your own, it's going to be way too hard.
You cannot heal by yourself. You can only go so far, and that is okay. You are only going to go as far as what you are willing to let go of. You are only going to go as far as what you're willing to let go of. Can you see? It's okay, because it doesn't matter. Just you know, you can be who you are, but you can talk. You know what that just meant, what I said? Be who you are. You're only going to go as far as what you are willing to let go of. And how much? Do you understand that?
Yeah.
You're only going to grow as far as what you are willing to release and free yourself of. You have an unconscious memory that is keeping you stuck. We all have the same thing. We all can change, and we all can grow further. Questions? Great.
So I believe in reincarnation. For old souls, are those maybe people or souls that have a hard time of letting go of these things that hold us back? So we just keep on coming back, hoping this next reincarnation will help us break through those barriers?
I believe in the law of karma, and this belief system that I teach believes in the soul coming back into a body numerous times and evolving to whatever state the ego allows. So the law of cause and effect says if you did something in another lifetime or you do something wrong, it's going to come back to you, right? But we don't necessarily believe that law of karma. The law of karma says that when we change our choices coming from a healthy, connected, grounded, open, loving energy field, that we do not pay debt. Does it answer? Okay. Okay. Thank you. I was going to open this up a little further, but my time is on the last part, and I would open to any questions that I would have before I release everyone from my clutches. Is there any questions about what I have imparted today?
Where do you begin with that process of having to release those inner demons that we have that keep us in that negative state? And we have the power.
And you must have support doing that. That is your choice. I'm not necessarily the person for you, and you will seek that when you are ready. So when you are ready, no matter who you decide to support you, because we cannot grow on our own as far as we can grow in the presence of other human beings. That's why marriages are the hotbed for keeping each other stuck, because you sign up for this thing when you meet and you're in this mental place and you want to grow, and you're with the person you chose when you were not conscious. This is tough stuff. Someone has to make you accountable. You must be accountable. Accountability to someone you trust, to not enable you and to tell you what you like to hear, i.e. co-signing bullshit stories. Understood? Okay. You will only attract that which you are willing to release the amount, and that means the people you attract in your life are either keeping you stuck or they're helping you grow. You can take a look at that when you're ready. I want to thank you for listening to me. I think you guys have done a great job, and I did better than I thought, of course. And I will leave cards with Marissa. Thank you for inviting me, Marissa. Lovely.
Thank you. So was that guy like way over your guys' head or what? Raise your hand if she was over your head a little bit. She's talking. No, everybody got it? Everybody's like, yeah, I got it. He's got it. Good. Well, we appreciate you, Julia. Thank you so much for coming. And I think that's it for now. We're going to start the presentation if you click through. This is about a 30-minute presentation from corporate Beachbody, and I think if you were at Summit, it's going to pretty much be the health vet. It's fine, we'll talk about it at the end. It'll be probably a review of a lot of the things that they went over at Summit. So go ahead and you have to push play on go back to the last time. Yeah.